Broadcasting from Park Avenue West, you're watching WMFD Television, Channel 68.1, Mansfield.
This program discusses sensitive mental health issues, including suicide. Viewer discretion is advised.
Maybe an hour after we got the message that we lost Danny, Danny's sister said to us, we were all crying, and she says, "What do we do? What do we tell people?" And I'm like, "Baby, we got to tell them the truth. This is nothing that can be hidden, because otherwise the suicide will win."
We're not mental health professionals. It's just something that happened to our family. We direct people other places. And most important of all, I think, don't quit. Keep fighting. Keep living. Things will get better.
Good evening and welcome to Sparking the Conversation. I'm Jeff Heck. This is my wife, Donna Heck, and we are part of 33 Forever. We're so excited to be able to bring you weekly, half-hour messages, stories, and resources surrounding mental health topics and challenges. And our show's purpose and hope is to provide both information and inspiration, making conversations about mental health the norm.
Miki Zeigler is the Community Outreach Manager with one of the Mansfield's newest behavioral health providers, BrightView. She is here to tell us about BrightView and the services and resources it offers. Welcome to Sparking the Conversation, Miki. We're so glad to have you.
Thank you, and I am very honored to be here. I am amazed at what you're doing in Richland County and other counties. So thank you for having me on today. I appreciate
glad to have you.
Yeah, and I think we're only doing what we're doing because of people like you, because you're the professionals, you're the ones that are truly hands-on. And with that, tell us a little bit about yourself and how your journey came to Mansfield with BrightView.
About myself, I have been in healthcare, working in healthcare for many, many years. The door opened for me to join BrightView. And BrightView is an outpatient addiction treatment center. We opened our doors a little over a year ago to serve Richland and surrounding counties. And that is how we became BrightView, is coming here. But me, myself, I chose addiction treatment as it has hit home. So my family's been affected and many friends have been affected.
You know, that's a story that we know so well, and it's obviously the reason why we get involved as we got involved. So many people are touched by addiction and behavioral health challenges in the world these days, and we're going to talk about some of that here. But let's give a little nutsy boltsy. Where's BrightView located, and how did BrightView start in the beginning? It didn't start here in Mansfield, right?
No, it did not. BrightView was started of roughly 6 years ago. We're actually approaching our 7th year, founded by Dr. Sean Ryan in Cincinnati. Dr. Ryan was practicing in the ED in Cincinnati at one of the hospitals there. He saw the need where many people were coming in and needing treatment for addiction. And basically, it wasn't a one-on-one type setting. You know, when you're in the ED, it's busy. Sometimes you're just out the door you go without the correct treatment. Encompassing the whole person in care. So Dr. Ryan started BrightView with 2 other gentlemen, and that is how BrightView was founded. We are located here in Mansfield at 580 Park Avenue West, but we have 57 sites currently in 5 states.
My goodness.
With the need for addiction treatment, where we provide care that encompasses the whole purpose, that is what BrightView is about. And so the need has grown tremendously, especially during the pandemic, the epidemic of addiction, mental health, all of that encompasses has greatly grown.
It's evident just in, we are part of the Ohio Suicide, the Richland County Suicide Coalition, and we hear of the overdoses as well, and it just hits home. And for you to do such hands-on work, what is a typical day for you, if I can even ask typical?
My days, I can have a set schedule, but my days change at any given moment. I'm always saying that I'm that person that if you're in need of someone bedside to talk to somebody that was admitted to the hospital or even in the ED, that just they're ready. When they're ready, we have a very small amount of time to get them the help that they need. So that's something that I can change my schedule up and be flexible with in assisting our emergency rooms, physicians' offices, wherever the call may come from. It could be the streets. I do a lot of street outreach. That is probably my favorite part of my job because I get to be out there on the streets providing education and, most importantly, hope to those that may be struggling, battling addiction, and all the other areas that encompasses: mental health, suicide. It all goes hand in hand.
Yeah, so I looked a lot on the website, and as we talked getting ready for the show, Miki, I think it's important that maybe the community understands the resource that BrightView is here, because it's a very comprehensive behavioral health addiction service here that we have very, very much locally. So maybe tell people, what kinds of services do you guys provide? What can you provide for people who may seek your services?
Sure. The services we provide is obviously outpatient addiction treatment. We offer groups, individual, and counseling as well. Case management too. So the individual is being treated psychologically, medically, and socially. So we encompass the whole holistic approach to treatment. And for someone to receive our services, basically it's a phone call. You can walk in or you can schedule online. And we do same-day ease of access. The same day you can walk in and get help. Again, going back to that small window of when they're ready, we're here when they're ready. So they can walk into our site, in any of our sites, until 3 o'clock, Monday through Friday, for same-day treatment.
Okay, and do you have physicians on staff? And, well, we're going to take a break, and then when we get back, tell us a bit about your staff and what a person can expect if they walk in.
Sure.
So we will be right back with Miki Zeigler from BrightView.
Catalyst Life Services, a comprehensive behavioral health organization, has been serving the community for 70 years. Our wide array of wraparound services and our ability to treat the whole person is what sets us apart. It's everything you need in one place: mental health, crisis, detox and addiction services, case management, and peer recovery support. We even offer vocational programming to get you back to work. Catalyst Life Services. Call today and get the help you need.
If you've been injured, whether personal injury, medical malpractice, or wrongful death, you are not alone.
And you definitely don't have to fight alone. While you focus on recovery, let the Heck Law Offices focus on your case.
With over 45 years of combined legal experience, we understand your situation and the entire overwhelming legal process.
With an injury you're already handling too much, let our team be your advocate.
I'm Jeff Heck.
And I'm Jeff Stifler.
We're Mansfield's injury lawyers. Call us today or visit us at hecklawoffices.com.
You may want to attend college,
but you have a full-time job and kids that need your full-time attention.
How can you possibly attend college?
You learn online at South University.
Earn your degree while you still earn a paycheck.
Take care of your future while you take care of your children.
Earn your degree any hour, any day, from anywhere.
And the credit transfer policies also make it easier to return to college.
Earn your degree online from instructors who go way beyond the classroom to help their students change their lives.
And help their students change the lives of their children.
Learn online at South University.
Call 1-800-431-7028.
College is a road to your destination.
And every journey begins with a starting point.
Start from South University online.
The convenience of taking classes where you want.
The flexibility of taking classes when you want.
So you can become who you want.
South University Online.
Call 1-800-431-7028. That's 1-800-431-7028.
This program discusses sensitive mental health issues, including suicide. Viewer discretion is advised.
Welcome back to Sparking the Conversation. We are here with Miss Miki Zeigler of BrightView, and you are the Community Outreach Manager. And I know we were talking about before about going in the community, but before we took our break, if somebody comes in, or if I brought in, an adult child of mine that was struggling, what would the process be for them, and how intimidating is it?
Thank you for asking that. It can be very intimidating as getting help with something you've dealt with for many years. It's life-changing. So to take that first step can be very hard, but we care and we're compassionate, so we're going to meet you where you're at And so the day you come in, you will be greeted by our staff. You will fill out paperwork, and then you'll be called back for an assessment. And then you'll be seeing a nurse. The doctor will do a urine, so we can test your urine. And then we will then schedule you for your day 2, which you come back and you're going to go through those steps again. But we just want to make sure that you get to know us and we get to know you, and we treat you as you are, the person you are, and we treat the addiction like a disease.
The one thing that I was really impressed with, and in talking to you before as we were getting prepared for this tonight, the individual attention that you give everybody who comes in, it's not a one-size-fits-all. And you said it before, meeting people where they are, but I think it's also important to know that you come in and part of what BrightView is going to do is set an individualized program for that particular person. Talk about that a little bit, if you will.
Absolutely. Everybody's on an individualized care plan basis. Not everybody is in the same process of their journey into addiction and recovery. So our counselors and our providers will work together as a team to individualize that care plan and assess and treat as needed for the individual. Again, addiction treatment is not one size fits all. It is completely different for everyone. And there's always underlying issues as well. So we have to address that too. So that is why it is an individualized care plan, and why that our providers and our care team work together so closely to do what's best for our patient at the end of the day and to help them on the road to recovery.
Is it more than one time that somebody would come in? Like today, I'm going to kick this, I can't do this anymore. And then they stumble, and then do you encourage them to come back and is it a big chance that they will walk out the door and not come back?
I've seen both sides. So here's the thing, with recovery comes relapse. The struggles are very, very hard. And circumstances are different for everyone. No one's ever kicked out of our treatment program, and we give them time and time and chance, because one day it will work and they will be able to remain in recovery. They can do the work, and we help them in multiple facets to remain in their recovery.
And you talked about it earlier, how hard it is. And so, people sometimes are not quite ready to do that hard work, or they get into the hard work and like, man, this is harder than I want to do, or they have something happens in their life and they relapse. And I mean, the thing that's wonderful is that you will, they don't reach an end. You don't kick them out. One of the things that I think is going to be important, talk about intimidating, is somebody's worried, how am I going to pay for this? What do I have? How's that look? What's that work?
Thank you for asking that question. I think that's everyone's number one question. A lot of people feel like treatment in itself is thousands and thousands of dollars. At BrightView, we accept all Ohio Medicaid and pretty much 99% of every other insurance out there, so they will be covered. We also work, Dr. Ryan actually is a co-founder of one of the nonprofits that has helped our patients, and they will never receive a bill from us because their treatment and their recovery is that important. The care and compassion that we have at BrightView truly is found and seen right there in that aspect.
What a load that takes off that person, because finances keep you up at night in general, let alone how am I going to do this? And that could just be a step in the recovery with somebody listening and just saying, hey, maybe I can do this. It's not going to break my mom and dad's bank. And
or the family member who is panicky about, I've got to get my loved one some help, but how are we going to pay for this? And it will bankrupt us, or we don't have any money. And so it's really important for, I think, our community to know that a resource like BrightView, there are great providers in Mansfield, but another great resource, newer resource like BrightView is out there to provide that service and literally not turn your back on anybody.
Absolutely.
One thing I want to ask that I would imagine people are thinking, you talked about having a urine test when they come in. What if it's not clean? Which, I know it's often not, but what happens?
Well, likely won't be, right?
Exactly.
And that's okay. We see that, and that's okay. Again, you're trying. You're putting one foot in front of the other. And if we see that, we're just going to have that conversation. But we're not going to kick you out. You're taking that next step to start your road to recovery. It's not an easy step, but that drug test, urine test, whatever you would like to call it, is not going to hinder the services we provide for them.
Yeah. So we've got to take another break, Miki, but we're going to come back in a minute, and we're going to talk about the reality that we're facing here in the country, but also in Richland County. And then we're going to talk about some ideas of hope that you have for our community and for folks fighting substance use disorder in general. We'll be back in just a minute.
The need for mental health and addiction services is rising. Life is getting harder. Our day-to-day living situation can be difficult to handle at times, and the pandemic certainly is not helping. Catalyst Life Services has a mental health and addiction urgent care available for all ages. Get the care you need when you need it and without an appointment. If you're facing the challenges of addiction or mental illness, know you can find help at Catalyst Urgent Care. It's the help you need when you need it the most.
Special announcement from the Friendly House. Hidden Hollow Residence Camp will be open for 6 weeks this summer, starting June 26th. Campers must be 8 to 15 years of age. Tuition is $450 per visit. Hidden Hollow Camp will be operating under a normal camp plan with approved health and safety protocols. Hidden Hollow is in the beautiful Possum Run Valley. Attend the open house at Hidden Hollow Saturday, April 9th from 2 to 4 p.m. For details, go to friendlyhouseonline.com. Make it a summer to remember.
We all know that movement is like medicine, but getting the movement you need to feel better can be a challenge. Now you can keep fit while you sit with QB, the world's leading compact seated elliptical. QB gives you active sitting, letting you burn calories and keep moving in an easy and low-impact way, all while you work, read, or watch TV. QB was named a top 10 gift by Time Magazine and has been featured all over the world. It's whisper quiet while it works your abs and core, hip flexors, glutes, quads, hamstrings, and calves.
QB is a lifesaver for me.
Here's your answer to your problem. I feel young again.
Join the hundreds of thousands of people moving more with QB. Call to find out how to get your QB with free shipping and a 30-day completely risk-free trial. You'll also get this QB workout mat free. Now keep fit while you sit with QB.
To order, call 800-289-5820. That's 800-289-5820. Call now.
Hi, and welcome back to Sparking the Conversation. We're here with Miki Zeigler from BrightView. And Miki, we were talking before the break about the incredible services and the sort of whole continuum of substance use disorder care that BrightView offers here in Mansfield now. And the one thing that, it's kind of tough to talk about, but what is BrightView? What are you and BrightView seeing as far as what's happening in our community? I know with the fentanyl crisis and the statistics are really alarming. I mean, we've got statistics where fentanyl now is the leading cause of death in the United States for people 18 to 45. It's heartbreaking. What are you guys seeing in Mansfield, and how is that affecting your business, other than obviously to drive it up, right?
Absolutely, and that's exactly what we're seeing. The need of more treatment and care, and fentanyl is on the rise. I always tell individuals that I speak to, you don't know what you're getting, especially if you're getting it off the street, with the increase of all things being laced with fentanyl. And basically, you're playing Russian roulette. Yeah. And I don't want anyone to lose their life to an overdose or to a accidental overdose, because they don't know what is in what they're getting. So our biggest thing is continuing to educate, continuing to break the stigma, break the silence. Let's talk about addiction. Let's talk about mental health. Let's talk about how you're feeling, and come into BrightView and we can help you with all of the above. But most importantly, let's save lives and change lives. With that being said, all of us in the community banding together, arm in arm, helping those battling addiction, mental health, suicide, our children. It doesn't discriminate. So just making sure everybody is on the same page, working together to continue to break the stigma and break the silence. Yeah, that addiction is not bad.
Well said.
And you also incorporate giving them food or helping them with housing or education. How does that come to play with your people that come in?
Absolutely, yes. So our case management counselors actually have that safety net where we work with multiple entities in the community that we help them in more ways than one, not just addiction treatment, not just with MAT services, but we can help them get that job. We can help them go back to school. We can help them get that GED. If you give them hope and you give them purpose, the road to recovery is going to be much more attainable.
Well, that's part of treating the whole person, right? I mean, that's really the holistic approach that you talked about before, and it's the one thing, you said it before, but it's the medical model of treating biological, psychological, and social levels. You've got to deal with all those things, because if you just deal with one, you're missing a significant part of why they're there in the first place.
Absolutely, you are correct, and that is why BrightView absolutely takes that approach. You have to treat the person as a whole.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have stories that you can share about hope and about how lives are just changed and touched by BrightView?
Absolutely. I can give you one story of hope off the top of my head. Been working with a gentleman for quite some time, I'd say about 9 months now, and that gentleman is 9 months on in recovery. He is now a CDCA, peer recovery support, and is actually working in addiction treatment, not at BrightView, but he is on the road to helping others who have been where he was at. So he has a huge story of hope. Another individual is in recovery as well and shares, I'm going to school to be a nurse. I'm going to school to be a nurse, but to help in addiction treatment. Mm-hmm. So recovery is possible. And we always say if we can just get to that deep-rooted underlying health issue and then address the addiction side as well, we have so many success stories, and that recovery is possible. I see it every day. That is why I do what I do.
Well, and I think if you can give people that nugget of hope, even in their darkest times, where they're struggling with their mental health, and it's leading to substance abuse, or the substance abuse is leading to mental health problems, and you can give them that nugget of hope, they can get past that next moment, and maybe make that next time or the third or fourth or fifth time to try recovery, and then it finally takes, right? That's one of the things I know you see.
Absolutely. No one is perfect, and there's a lot of enticement out there, and for individuals that are battling addiction, sometimes it's easier to say yes than it is easier to say no. Mm-hmm. But with us, we are going to continue to work on getting you in a better place mentally and physically, so that you can be able to resist some of the temptations. And with our staff and the treatment that we provide, we have seen a huge success rate in that.
You know, we've talked in the past about giving them tools in their toolbox in order to, as you said, to either say no, go to a different direction, and to have BrightView. You've only been here a year, and to have had the success and the stories that you share is just incredible and so hopeful. And we've said it before, Mansfield is truly, truly blessed to have the help in mental health and addiction services in our community.
So anyway, we want to thank you specifically for coming tonight and telling us about BrightView, telling our audience about BrightView. And so keep doing the good work that you guys are doing, and we thank you for being on Sparking the Conversation. We're going to be back in just a minute with our memory moment right after these messages.
No one kinda likes the Filet-O-Fish. It's an all-or-nothing sandwich. That's why we never see one half-eaten.
Get 2 delicious Filet-O-Fish sandwiches for just $6, only at McDonald's.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Hi everyone, I'm Larry Stein. You know, we're always looking for new ways to cover stories in North Central Ohio. You can help us too by sending us news tips, some story ideas, pictures, or videos right to our newsroom email. Just send us your tip to newsroom@WMFD.com.
I wish my grandfather knew
how deeply his loss would be felt.
But if love could have saved you, you would have lived forever.
I wish she had the chance to grow up and learn more about what life had to offer her.
I am so glad someone reminded me that I'm worth it and will always be worth it.
I'm glad that I have people now that support
what I want to do and my dream of helping other people.
Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. Call now for this free book on maximizing your income in retirement. Annuity Do's and Don'ts for Baby Boomers from leading financial firm J.D. Milbury. This book reveals little-known truths about annuities in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we're about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known truths we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity.
Call 800-360-9386 now.
And welcome back to Sparking the Conversation. This is the part of our show we call the memory moment. And tonight we have a memory moment that's really, it's not so much a memory, it's actually looking forward a little bit.
Yes, and it was a memory, though.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Yep.
Last year.
We showed a reel a couple weeks ago about our 33 Forever mental health birthday walk, and that is coming up again on May 21st.
May 21st.
And we just wanted to show, this is last year's T-shirt, so that's the memory, last year's.
There you go.
And we want to talk a little bit about it and tell you that it is up on our website for signups.
Yep, 33forever.life. That's 33forever.life, not .com.
Yep.
And go to our website and you will see there's a banner right there. You click on it, it'll take you right to the registration page. Registration is really only $33 per walker or $66 for an entire family unit. So that's mom, dad, the kids, the dog, the strollers, bring it all.
Yeah.
And that's just $66. And that includes a couple of T-shirts, and for a single walker, you get a T-shirt. And it's a really nice event.
It really is. Last year, people did bring the kids and the dogs, and if you have anybody coming up for that day, it starts at registration's at 10:33. The walk starts at 11:33.
Right.
We'll be doing carousel rides afterwards. We'll have some pizza. We are having a magician and a
balloon artist.
Yes.
We'll also have a lot of the resources. We'll have tables with some of the resources here in the area. Who can provide you information on various mental health stuff, all kinds of different things. So it'll be great. It's going to be a great day. And we had really good participation last year for our first year.
Yep.
We're hoping really to make it even a bigger and better annual event here in Mansfield.
And what some people are doing this year, which would be incredible, they're having teams. And when you're signing up, it's not necessarily a team, but what we'd like you to do, there's a note column, and you can put in the note who you are walking with. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you do that, then we'll try to get people together.
Yeah.
We'll try to organize them that way, and who knows, we may have a little bit of competition. We'll see.
Yep.
It'll just be fun, and it's just a walk. It's not a run.
Yes.
It's 2 miles or 3.3 kilometers.
Yes.
And it's around downtown Mansfield.
And if you can't make it, you can definitely go ahead and sign up for the walk. And if you're unable to make it, the donation is tax deductible.
Yep.
We would love for you to support us, and we do appreciate everyone who has supported us in the past.
We have. And we had actual virtual walkers last year with the pandemic, and we'd be happy to have you do that again this year too. But anyway, that's our memory moment for tonight, and we appreciate you joining us here tonight for Sparking the Conversation. And we'll look forward to seeing you next week when we have another great guest.